Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Alright guys, today I am doing a review on Opera GX, the browser for gamers. So my first thoughts were, man, I want to like this, like, really bad, like, it looks cool, you know, it's to browse the web, you know, how bad could it be? Well, come to find out, Opera doesn't really care about user privacy. So basically all your data is going right to them. If you care about privacy, you're not going to want to use this browser because, you know, your data is being put in Opera servers, and they're going to act like data brokers and sell it to the highest bidder, basically. And they have this feature that limits resource usage on your computer. So it's supposed to not inhibit your usage on your PC, such as, oh, I want to play Minecraft and browse the web or whatever, or I want to play Dota 2 or I don't know, CSGO, whatever you play. And it's supposed to make it so it's not using a bunch of like resources in the background. Like, you know, everyone says Google Chrome is so RAM hungry, it uses all your RAM, you know. Well, come to find out, and I tested this with Microsoft Edge because it uses the Chromium framework. Basically, it uses more resources than even Edge or Chrome. At least with one tab open, no extensions, brand new setup, which you'll see in this video. Also, setting up Opera GX, it actually you got to go through all the settings. And even the installer and their website to download Opera GX, and you gotta like turn off a bunch of stuff, which I thought was kind of dumb. Like, you have to turn off them selling your data, tracking your data, using cookies. You gotta select HTTPS everywhere instead of just on supported websites. It's like they don't care about privacy or security at all. And I'll show you, I went through the folder it creates on your computer, the C:/users/username/app data/local, and then you go to /Opera GX, and it has just a ton of data. That's where the program data is stored. And then if you go to username, app data, local, and then just Opera GX, or I mean Opera software, it will won't have much in there for actually storing your data locally, but that's also just because it pushes it to their servers on their end. And if you look at their privacy page on their website, it obviously talks a lot about personal information. I took a screenshot of that, you'll see in this video here. So, being that it uses more resources than a regular browser, maybe less than Firefox, but definitely more than Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge, it just kind of seems like it's not really a good choice. And then not having very many privacy settings and just sharing your data, it just doesn't seem like a good browser to me. I know Google Chrome also shares a lot of data with Google, but when you use a Google browser, at least they're clear about what data they're taking. It's not just like, oh, thanks for downloading this browser, and then continues to take it all. You know, Google actually has some clarity in there. I mean, I think everybody at this point knows if you're using a Google product, it's taking your data. That's just how it is. So right now we're just going to go through the setup here. We have the Opera GX browser open, obviously. Here it lets you choose your style, set up your inventory where you can pretty much choose what messaging apps you want and what data will show up on the home page. I wasn't sure if I wanted to have Twitch on there or not. I really don't have I don't really use Twitch, and it's just kind of useless to me. I also wouldn't really put my personal data on this browser. You here can make it yours and take control of the browser. Basically, you just want to go through these settings and make it yours, personalize it a little bit. As you can see, I left GX control turned on, and just turned on ad blocking and track blocker, where it blocks the websites that track you. And then we continue on here. You also have browser sounds. I would just disable that. It's kind of useless. It's like, and then of course you have the advertisement to get the mobile app. We're not going to do that in this video. And then we have the setup, like finish setting it up. So we just hit finish, and then we're able to use the browser, as the good Lord intended. So now I'm just going to go through the the personalization options and the security options, and kind of set up things how I like it. So you don't have to do exactly what I do or anything. Here we have the keyboard lighting set up so it can work with your browser. I mean, most people already have if they have light up keyboards, they have it set how they want it. So, I mean, cool to include it, but not necessary. Yep, here's browser sounds again. Make sure that's turned off. Here, if you go in the security tab, you want to turn on HTTPS. That just kind of secures your data a little bit. I disabled automatically send crash reports to Opera because I don't really feel that's necessary for them. Also fetch images for suggested sources and news based on history. I turn that off, and display personalized notifications or personal notifications, and receive promotional speed dials, bookmarks, and campaigns. Turn that off. That's just tracking you again. Also, if you see here, there's not really a way to set your home page on Opera GX. You can't set it to Google or Yahoo or anything else. It's just kind of set how it is. I switched from retain tabs from previous session to begin fresh with start page. That just kind of opens like a regular browser would. They also have some like network settings here, like what interface you want to use. You can use whatever you want, or just leave it stock like I did. I also turned battery saver off. because I'm on a desktop. I don't need battery saver. I also ended up going back and disabling these video conferencing pop-outs and video pop-outs. It's pretty annoying. If you're trying to go back to settings or open up a new tab, the video just pops out, and I find that interrupting and kind of gets in the way of my workflow. Another thing I found interesting was you can change the temperature units within the browser. So most of you will be using Celsius. I'm in America, so I'm using Fahrenheit. That's pretty cool that you can do that just right in the browser. I don't know why you would need to do that, but if you want to change it, you can. I also turned off warn on quitting Opera with multiple tabs and warn closing window with multiple tabs. That just for me is annoying. I like to just be able to close it and get it out of my way. I don't want it to tell me I'm closing it, and you can always get them back with Control Shift Tab. I also turn on ask where to save files when downloading, because not everybody puts everything in the downloads folder. Keep hardware acceleration turned on. It will speed up your browser. And that's really it for settings. There's not much else to go through. Of course, you can change the theme, but the themes seem kind of tacky to me. And then here I'm just kind of looking at the resource usage between Opera and Edge. Real quick, I just wanted to point out in the setup process, it never asked you if you wanted Opera GX pinned to the start menu taskbar or added a shortcut to the desktop, and it did it anyway. Personally, I'm not really a fan of applications or programs just adding themselves wherever they please just because they want you to use their product. Here I'm going into see users, username, app data, local, programs, and Opera GX, and I'm just kind of going through the information it has stored locally here and how it can be like a privacy concern. And right here you can see this file basically is a directory of your information that is stored in Opera. This is kind of the database of your commercial license, free license. Basically it shows your credit cards, birthday, phone number, username, your full name, address, stuff like that. Just not very privacy conscious if you ask me. Showing that this information can just be pulled without going into any hidden folders except for the app data folder. That's pretty scary. You really don't want an app having all that information.